a didgeridoo. It's an instrument from Australia. I kind of like that word, didgeridoo. It's kind of fun. Well, today for Titan Talk, episode 3, we get to talk with a musician. She's a singer, she's a songwriter, and I'm very excited to get to share with you Emily Hope. Well, thank you so much for doing this and for meeting with me.
Of course, anytime.
Okay, so Emily, I'm from Glenwood Elementary School, and we have students who are from kindergarten all the way through 4th grade. And our video series is a series about heroes, unlikely heroes. Like, you haven't seen my shirt, I have no capes from The Incredibles. We're talking about people who are inspiring and who are helpful and hopeful in trying times. And I understand that you might be willing to share one of your songs with us.
Sure, yes, I can definitely do that.
That would be great.
So I'm going to use this little ukulele thing so you guys can hear how that sounds if you want to get one yourself. Okay, so this is a song I wrote. I was nearing the end of college and I was like, I'm going to write a song about smiling because I'm a very happy person. So this one is called Smile. I've got someone who'd like to meet you. You know you've had a rough day, so come on over here and wipe away every tear. I'd like to introduce you to my friend Smile. It's been too long, don't you agree? Smile. How do you do? You've been missing me. Won't you please? Smile. You're so pretty without a frown. You look better when I'm around. Oh yeah. So come on over here and wipe away every tear. I'd like to introduce you to my friend Smile. It's been too long, don't you agree? Smile. How do you do? You've been missing me. Won't you please? Smile. Well, it's the best of medicine, the curve that sets you straight. More than just a grin, the brightener of any day. The best of medicine, the curve that sets you straight. The delta sign, it's gonna be okay. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be okay. Smile. It's been too long, don't you agree? Smile. How do you do? You've been missing me. Won't you please? Smile. Smile. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. Yeah.
I love it. It works. I just am smiling ear to ear listening to you sing.
That is the goal.
I'm so happy that we're going to get to share this with the students. I know they're just going to love it. I would love it if you could share a little bit about yourself to them.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. So, hello. My name's Emily Hope. My full name's actually Emily Johnson, but Hope is my middle name. So I just kind of, a couple years ago, I decided to make that my stage name. So that's what I go by now. So yeah, I currently work. I do a full-time job too, so music is kind of a side thing right now, but hopefully someday I'll be able to do that all the time. That would be my ultimate goal. So I kind of got into music when I was really young. I actually wrote my first song, which wasn't very good, at like age 7 or something like that. And thankfully it's gotten better over the years. But so I always loved to sing. Um, my parents told me that when I was little I wouldn't shut up. So I was also kind of a shy kid at the same time though. So music kind of helped me to get out of my shell and just helped me do that for sure. And then um, so I actually didn't start singing in front of people until I was in 8th grade. So I was in junior high. I was still pretty shy, but something in me just said, hey, you should try this out, see what happens. So I decided to do my 8th grade talent show. Um, I sang a Taylor Swift song. And everybody, all of my fellow students and the principals and teachers were very like thrilled that I was out there, and the response I got was really awesome. So that's kind of when I was like, okay, I think I'm good at this. Maybe I should keep going, you know? So after that, um, I went to high school and did a couple talent shows there. Started joining choirs in class and everything. Um, and then later on, when I was in college, I started to play live music. So I would go to restaurants and coffee houses and anywhere that people would let me play. And I just played a lot of cover songs, so songs from different artists. And then once I got like to writing my own stuff, I started to sing those as well. So um it's been a pretty cool journey so far. So it just keeps getting better. I keep getting more shows and better opportunities. So that's kind of where I'm at today. I'm just still working on recording my own music and playing out live whenever I can and doing cool stuff like this and sharing my music with you guys. So,
Yeah, well, it sounds like it took a lot of courage to take that first step, but
oh yeah, I was shaking.
yeah, we're so glad you did. Could you share with us a little bit about the mission behind your music? And I know you write your own songs, and
Mhm.
what inspires you to do that?
Yeah, definitely. So basically, my mission, the whole Emily Hope mission, is obviously to bring hope to just a sad world. We have a lot of awful things that go on in our world, and there's a lot of negativity. Um, and I just kind of want to be that bright spot. As you can see on my shirt,
Oh, I love it.
it's a sunshine. That's one of my logos. So that's kind of the vibe that I want to go for. It's kind of like a symbol of, so this shirt is black, and this is obviously very yellow and bright. And that's kind of what I want to be to the world. So that's kind of the whole goal. I always try to write songs that make people smile or make them happy. And sometimes even make them think about like what's going on in the world, and um, just songs that people can relate to. So that's kind of the goal.
Has there been a song that seemed personal to you, or a song with a story behind it that you could share with us?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So there's one song that I wrote. I call it my country rap song. It has a lot of fast sing talkiness going on. So I like to joke with people and tell them that's my country rap song. But it's called Whispers, and I wrote that, I think I was early on in college, and I've just been, I don't know, I grew up, and I'm sure every person deals with this at some point, but there's a lot of gossip happening around me, people just tearing other people down, and just talking bad about them. And I don't like that. So I was like, I'm going to write a song about it. And it's a pretty happy, catchy song. But yeah, so it's called Whispers, and it's basically about how talking bad about people behind their back or to their face isn't cool. So that's kind of where that stemmed from.
I like that. I like that you have a message behind your music that you want to, that's just a passion of yours to share that.
Definitely.
Is there anything that you would maybe want to share with some students who might be thinking about going into music, or just share your passion and love for music and hopefulness?
Yeah, definitely. So what I would suggest, if any one of you wants to get into music, just no matter what the instrument, if you want to sing, just sing. Like, sing anywhere, sing in your car, maybe if you're taking a shower or a bath, sing with your family, just sing. I think it's just, music is just great, and you can do it anywhere. You can listen to songs if you're interested in writing songs, listen to other people's songs and see if you get ideas from that. I also would suggest, if you're interested in learning an instrument and you've never learned an instrument before, I would recommend getting a ukulele, which is this really small, it's like a small guitar. So it's small enough that you guys can hold it, because the guitar is kind of big. So I've actually met a lot of little kids who really love the ukulele, and they can easily hold it. It's pretty easy to learn. So I think that's a great way to start to learn an instrument. So yeah.
I love that. And I love how you were sharing about how you were actually shy as a kid, and that you were able to overcome that. And I never would have guessed that when I met you and you were on stage opening for another performer, singing your heart out to a live audience. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Like, what helped you overcome that? And
yeah, so yeah, I was very shy as a young girl. Honestly, if I'm being super honest, I felt really called to do it. And I thought, if I don't do this, I don't know, like, I just feel like I'm supposed to do this. And if I didn't take that step to overcome my fear in that moment of doing that first talent show, I don't think I'd be here right now talking to you about music. And so I think it was just a great first step. And it doesn't really get that much easier, because there's always going to be fear that's going to try to keep you from doing what you're supposed to do. But you just got to continue to do it, and you'll overcome it. And you'll be like me. And now I'm like not scared to talk to people. I'm not super scared to get on stage. Yeah, I get nervous, but it's not as bad as it was before. So
I was going to ask you, is there another favorite song that you wanted to share, or a song that you think that the students might like?
Sure. So this next one, gonna play guitar for this one. So bigger ukulele. This next one I wrote a while ago, I think a couple years back. And it kind of plays into what we're going through right now. It's called Oh When, and it's basically about how you're just waiting on something, either to begin, either to end. Maybe you, I don't know, maybe one of your parents is looking for a job and they're just like, oh, when is this going to happen? Or maybe you're looking forward to moving on to the next grade. Oh, when is it going to happen? So that's this song. Hope you guys like it. It's always in good timing, but it's always up to me. Only because it's hard to sit and wait patiently for something you know, but you don't know when it'll happen. I've got my Just don't understand why it takes so long, and it feels so wrong while I'm waiting. Oh, when will it end? Oh, when will it begin? Oh, when will sunrise on my dreams again? Trying my best, waiting for what's next, wondering when. Oh, when. Hands up if you got a promise you haven't seen yet. Oh, it's coming soon. You better believe it. There's a reason life has seasons. Enjoy them. Oh, when will it end? Oh, when will it begin? Oh, when will the sunrise on my dreams again? Trying my best, waiting for what's next, wondering when. Oh, when. When your flight's delayed, don't you hesitate. He's never late. If it's in your heart, oh, it can't be far. Just keep the faith. When your flight's delayed, don't you hesitate. He's never late. If it's in your heart, oh, it can't be far. It's worth the wait. Oh, when will it end? Oh, when will it begin? Oh, when will sunrise on my dreams again? Trying my best, waiting for what's next, wondering when. Oh, when. When. Oh, when. When. Oh, when. When. Oh, when. Yeah.
That was wonderful. That was awesome. I could listen to that all day.
Yay.
How do you feel like singing and music changes you, or how important is it to you in your life?
There's just something special about music, and whatever mood you're in, it just changes how you see things. So say you're feeling down and you just need something to bring you some joy, you just pop on a song and it can completely change how you're feeling in that moment. And there's just so much, I just think there's so much power in music to help people. So that's why I do it.
I love it. That's exactly why we invited you on, because we talk about a program called the Zones of Regulation in our school. Mm-hmm. And we talk about having tools to help us when we're in certain zones, feeling zones. And one of the things that we talk about is using music. And sometimes that could be listening to music to help change your mood. And for some of us, singing or playing an instrument can help us kind of get out of ourselves and give something back, or help us tap into our joy again. And
also a good relaxing thing too. So I have a roommate who loves to play piano, and that's kind of her way of getting calm. Like after a hard day, it's just, let's just sit, let's focus on the music, how it sounds, and it just helps you get calm too, and it's a good outlet for all your feelings. So
I love that, and I think that's so important right now, especially to use our outlets and whatever they are to help us, and remember that we're not stuck with how we're feeling, but to use those things to help us work through it. And what I also love about music is you can share it with other people.
Yeah.
And thank you again for doing this and for meeting with us and sharing your music with us. and for bringing some joy and hope into our lives. So
Of
we
course.
appreciate
Thanks for having me.